Welcome back to Algo Traders Program ATP from MarketSecrets. This is episode 16 of this series, and in this episode we are going to talk about how to define trading conditions for our algo trading bot. So, in the earlier episodes we have talked about the various options that is provided in the trading controller that we have built. So this controller is in Google Sheets, and we have talked about most of these options, and in this episode we are going to talk about configuring trading conditions through controller. So configuring trading conditions. So you can configure your trading conditions from Google Sheets itself. If you want to change or modify the trading conditions or parameters or values, you can do it from here directly as well. Our trading bot has few trading conditions. For example, let's consider RSI should be within a specific limit or range for the trade to be triggered. So here we want the range to be configurable. For example, right, if it is a flat market, we might prefer some RSI range. If it is a trending market, we might have a different the range for RSI. So we want these ranges to be configurable. So in that case, we can use these trade condition options. So if at all you want to use, I'm saying, okay, this is not the exact condition that we have, but some trade conditions at some point in time, right, we may want it to be slightly configurable. In such cases, we can use these options to play around our trading conditions from this trade controller itself. So instead of hard coding all these trading conditions and these ranges in the script itself, you can actually provide the range here in the Google Sheets itself. This way it will be easily configurable. Currently there are 3 fields or cells or inputs to configure your trading conditions, but you can go with lesser conditions or even more conditions as well if you want. But please note, some of your trading conditions might be rigid and you may not want to change those. That should obviously be hard coded in your script itself. So not all the trading conditions is something that we need to be open to configuration. So some of them might be rigid and you don't have to bring those values here. You can just hard code those values, and whatever you want to be configurable, those you can bring it here. So you'll be having an option to control those values from this controller itself. So this field is generally for the values where you want to be slightly flexible and play around. So in such cases, you can use these fields to control the range for the specific trading conditions. So this is how this trading condition controller has to be used. But again, we have fixed values for these fields as well. We use fixed values because I'm not someone who wants to change the trading conditions every day. For example, if RSI wants to be in a specific range, I want it to be fixed for almost a year. If I want to change or play around, I'll change it only once a year. I don't change it every day. But that's just me. Some people want to play around those values, and they can use these controller options to make the changes. But for me personally, I have fixed values for these fields, and I don't change it on a daily basis or even a weekly or even monthly basis. I don't change or play around these values at all. So unless you are interested to play around the algo, you don't have to touch these fields or values. So you can directly configure this in the script as well. You don't have to come here and feed these values. You can make it rigid and hard code it in the script itself, but just to provide additional options to our users, and especially for the non-technical traders, and for ease of use, especially if they want to play around these values, we have given this option. So it's up to you to whether to play around this or use fixed values. It's all up to you. So with that, we've come to end of today's episode. If you have any queries or comments about this episode, please leave it down in the comment section. I'll be happy to address it. Also, we have a separate demo Telegram channel for everyone who is interested in Algo Traders Program. This is where our algo trades and results are published on a daily basis, and this is where we share all our updates regarding ATP. Link to the channel is available in the description section of this video. Please join if you're interested. Also, we are providing real-time live feed of our algo trades on a daily basis in our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon to get invitation for our live sessions. Stay tuned for this exciting journey.